Hello, my piano playing friends. Welcome to our 11th video. We are almost done here. I can't believe it. This is our second to last piece, and we are in the key of B flat major. So now we only have two flats to worry about. We've got B flat and E flat, and we are in 3/4. So we're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is a waltz. And I printed out the music today. You'll be very proud of me that I'm not going to be scrolling on my iPad. It took me this long to actually get around to printing the music. So before we get started here, the vocal line does follow, for the most part, the right hand melody. So it's not that complex, okay? And as always, I'll be playing this through twice, once with the vocals if you want to sing along, and once without if you just want to play the piano. I set a BPM of 144 beats per minute, and a quarter note gets a beat. All right, so this is relatively fast. All right, so let's get started here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Just who am I supposed to see when I look in my eyes? And why is it always me who has to compromise? I wanted so to believe the person I dreamed I could be. I was deceived by my capacity for make-believe, but I couldn't spare the roses when I drowned all the weeds. Now the ground has frozen over, and I cannot plant any seeds. Just who am I supposed to be when I look in your eyes? And why is it always me who seems to compromise? I wanted so to believe the person I dreamed I could be. I was deceived by my capacity for make-believe, but I couldn't spare the roses. Oh, when I drowned all the weeds. Now the ground has frozen over, and I cannot plant any seeds. All right, so now I'll play it without the vocals so you can just hear the piano. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, so the placement of your left hand, you're going to be right below middle C, right? You're on the B flat octaves here. And there's an upbeat. The right hand has an eighth note before the downbeat of the next measure. So you have an eighth note rest in the left hand. Just who am I supposed to be when I look in my eyes? So you have three chords there, right? You've got a B flat major, then you've got an E flat major, and then you go to your E flat minor by walking down the third in the center of that chord. And then you repeat again. And why is it always me who seems to compromise? And then you stay on that B flat. I want it. Now you're on G minor. So to believe the person I dreamed I could be. actually is a D major, but it looks kind of weird because I wrote it as a G flat rather than an F sharp, right, in keeping with the key signature with our flats. I was deceived, now here's a D minor, by my capacity for make-believe, but I couldn't spare the roses when I drowned all the weeds. Now the ground has frozen over and I cannot plant any seeds. And then of course it repeats. So I think the hardest thing about this left hand is that it jumps around a little bit, right? I didn't use all inversions, so there are some points where you have to physically pick up your hand and move it up and down, and you're playing octaves, broken chords the entire time. So that can be a little bit tricky, but for the most part, it's, you know, relatively straightforward. And then in your right hand, you are right above middle C, and you're gonna play on that upbeat. Just who am I supposed to see when I look in my eyes? And why, this is tricky because you're skipping up, right? So you gotta aim. Is it always me? But you just float your hand up. You don't have to hold on. You just pick your hand up and float up. Who seems to compromise? I wanted so to believe the person I dreamed I could be. I was deceived by my capacity for make-believe, but I couldn't stand the roses when I drowned all the weeds. Now the ground has frozen over and I cannot plant any seeds. All right. So that's an interesting chord in there because in the left hand, you've got a B flat major, and in the right hand, you've got a D minor overlaid on top of each other, right? And then it repeats from the beginning again. The only real ornament in the right hand is that little grace note there, right? That. And I cannot plant any seeds. So there you have it. I actually don't think that this piece is that difficult. It's not in that complicated a key signature. The really most complicated thing about this month's piece is the tempo and the fact that you have to skip around a little bit on the keyboard. So those are the things to kind of focus on and zero in on. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this piece as much as I enjoyed writing it, and happy practicing. Good luck.